cracks and crevices and what have you. But protection is important for us where it's cold, certainly where it's colder up north. Extraordinary ventilation. Now, here's the thing. You leave a winter entrance on the bottom, you leave that bottom entrance open, and you've got a top entrance, and air comes in and goes out the top, right? Mm-hmm. Think about this a minute. Here it's probably, what's the coldest temperature you have here in December, January? Right here.
Single digits.
Yeah, single digits. Really?
Yeah, for a day maybe.
Not for long.
Cold enough to kill a colony, though. Think about this. That cold air is coming in that bottom entrance. It comes up, rises up through the colony. The cluster warms that air. It's cold, dry air. They warm it and it becomes humid. It continues to rise, and if there's good ventilation, it goes out the top. And if there's not good ventilation, it hits the undercover, condenses, and drips back down, right? What if you didn't have a bottom entrance? What if you only had a top entrance, and they weren't warming air all of the time?
You wouldn't have ventilation.
I'm not sure about that, because you've got an entrance. You've got warm air that they're keeping warm, and it's coming up. See, there's people that are going to challenge us on this one. I'm not saying yes or no, but I'm saying I've read enough that said I think I need to look at it. Do we need a bottom entrance? And I'm not sure that we do. They don't use them in Canada.
You understand the thermodynamics?
Yeah.
If it's hotter here and colder here, it's only going to go one way. Because nature's going to try to balance.
Yep. But Canada's getting away from using bottom entrances. They're just using their top entrance. And they're being successful, but they're wrapping everything. And so, to me, the jury's still out. I think some people are beginning to challenge a 200-year theory here that you have to have a bottom entrance. But don't quote me on this yet. So, extraordinary ventilation. There we go. And food safety.
I thought the reason they use the top entrance into places where it gets cold is so the snow won't block it.
And that's exactly right. We don't need a bottom entrance for bees to come in and out. The only reason they're using a bottom entrance is for ventilation primarily. Because if you've got a top entrance, they can go in and out of snow or no snow. Jury's still out. Don't quote me on this. I'll deny it till the day I die. Food safety, and this has to do with beekeepers. This doesn't have to do with anything with your bees, but are you taking care of your honey? Are you preventing harvest contamination, keeping it covered, transporting it when you're transporting it from the bee yard, not overheating your honey, making sure that the moisture is right, storing it in clean containers? This is all the common sense honey house stuff that we need to be aware of, but we need to be aware of it. And you need to follow suit because right now, if you've been reading any news source at all, contaminated and adulterated honey is a problem. Or people think it's a problem. Or people might think it's a problem. And that's the problem. And you want to be sure that you aren't able to be challenged on any of this. You don't have any sugar syrup in your colonies when you're not feeding anything when you've got honey seekers on, and you're making sure that it's clean, and you're making sure is honey if it doesn't have pollen in it? Yeah. Some people will, if it doesn't have pollen in it, it ain't honey. Because you've already strained it out, and then you've added that sugar syrup and high fructose corn syrup, right? Or you're just adding sugar, right? Or whatever. That's the problem. So there's a lot of questioning going on the quality of honey that's in here in grocery store shelves anymore. And you just don't want to open that door and let anybody say, well, you did this. And they did that same thing, and I know that theirs is contaminated. What about yours? So keep that in mind when you're looking at basic cleanliness and basic handling honey house activity. Could there be more than 10 rules? We've gone through 10 rules. What about modern beekeeper rules? Continuing education, advanced skills, association membership, be an officer, teach a class, be a member. How many people here are members? Oh, that's good. Wow, I'm impressed. Usually the old guy in the back raises his hand. That's usually about it. and being a mentor. But you're all here while you're listening to me. I don't know if you're being educated or not, but be an officer, raise your hand. The world is run by people who show up. So show up, be an officer, have some input into the direction you want your association to go to. Teach a class, a beginner's class, maybe just hold a field day at your house and have, you know, that 4 or 5 beginners that you know come over and just spend an afternoon. But take a step forward. Do one more thing to get beekeeping going in the right direction. Beekeeper health, stings. Do you know how to use an EpiPen? If you can afford one. If you don't, should you learn? Say yes.
Yes.
Because one day it may be you that needs to know how to use an EpiPen on yourself or one of the people in your family. And I'm told, we haven't checked it out. There is another company that's selling EpiPens at less than 4 figures, so that we can afford them anymore. But know how to use an EpiPen, because it will save somebody's life. It may save somebody's life. It may save your life. Basic lifting. You know, use your legs and turn rather than do this and go to the hospital. Learn the basics of saving your back. The saying is every beekeeper has a bad back or will have, and this is the reason. Is we put honey supers on the ground and then we put them back on top of colonies. And we do it like this, right there. That's the one that kills you. Instead of right there. That won't kill you. So learn those basics. How do you stop robbing? How do you stop robbing? Now, there aren't too many of you that are in town, but if you're in town and you get a robbing situation going on, boy, you could have a really bad day. You could have a really bad day. Lynching is in the equation if you get things going in a neighborhood. So how do you stop robbing? Right now.
Close
it up.
Plug it up. Plug up everybody. Plug up everybody. Every colony, you plug up the front door, you throw blankets over the top, you plug top entrances, the colonies that are being robbed and the colonies that are robbing. The bees that are out can't get back home. They'll come home, they'll get in the front door, they can't get in, so they'll stay there. And the bees that are inside can't get out, and you'll slow it down. You won't stop it immediately, but you'll slow it way down, and you'll avoid an emergency. I've seen robbing situations in cities where people 2 blocks away were getting stung. Because once it starts and you've got bee venom in the air, bees don't care who they're stinging. They don't care where they're going. There's bee venom that overwhelms the neighborhood. It overwhelms your yard, and then a breeze comes along and it takes it down the street. And you've got a problem. So avoid robbing and know how to stop it if it does. What are the symptoms of heat exhaustion or heat stroke? Do you know what they are when you're working with somebody and suddenly he kind of looks at you and puts his hand on your shoulder and says, what's going on? Know those symptoms. Know what to do when he tips over. You can die of heat stroke. You can die of heat stroke. Does your husband know where every one of your bee yards is? So they know where to go look for the body when you don't come home for supper.
Then you go get your new Jaguar next.
Could you control a life? Could you kill a colony in 5 minutes or less? If you had to kill a colony, you got a queen from Texas and it was going fine all spring, and one day it exploded because it had genes in it you didn't know it had, and you don't want, and suddenly you've got an emergency. Could you kill a colony in 5 minutes?
Yes, sir.
You better be able to know how to do that. Not, I'm going to say in theory because you don't want to practice, but to kill a colony, you can do it one of 2 ways. You can kill a colony in 5 minutes. If your house is right there, you can get to your house and get a 5-gallon pail of soapy water and get back in 5 minutes and put in 3 pails of soapy water from the top down. But if your house isn't right there and you are 4 miles from anywhere or you're far enough away that you can't get a pail of soapy water right now, you know the great big black plastic bags, trash bags that they use in for lawn and garden work? You keep 4 or 5 of those in your bee yard. Throw them under your high stand just weeding there all summer. Because if something happens, you can take one of those, you put it over the column, you tip it over, and you tie it shut. You solve the problem right now. And if it's a life-threatening situation, that may be what you need to do. It's a waste of bees, but if you save a life or you save an extremely bad situation, have that bag out there because it will make life a lot simpler. Do no harm. We put more junk in our colonies anymore, and I don't know about people here, but basically as an industry, we're putting junk in our colonies. We're trying to get into more organic acids that don't leave residues, but we're still putting junk in our colonies, and there is no clean wrap. And if there's anything you can do to avoid doing that again, or more, or anything else, that's the goal, that's the road, that's what you want to follow, is don't put any more junk in your beehives, because they already got enough problems. They don't need any help from us. And maybe it should be 10+ rules for modern beekeeping instead of just the 10 that we went through, but I think that's all that I have. There you are, 10 questions. What did you say about questions? What did you say about questions? Do you want to do them now? Do you want to do them all later? Do you want to do them some now? I don't care. I'm here.
After the last second.
After the last sentence. If you got questions, at the end of the day, we're going to do a Q&A. So write them down so you don't forget them. And at the end of the day, we'll do Q&A for all of these. How's that? All right? Okay. We're going to take a 15-minute break. I get